Hi, my name is Simangele Msweli, Senior Manager of the Youth Leadership Program at the African Wildlife Foundation. Biodiversity for me is the basis of life. I come from South Africa, a mega biodiverse country. One of the interesting things about South Africa is that more than 60% of the population still relies on traditional medicine as primary health care. So in that sense, biodiversity is something that is important for day-to-day lives. It's important for livelihoods, and a lot of our economy is backed by nature-based sectors. So it is something that is really important for life. The assessment reports that I've found useful in the recent years is the Africa Regional Assessment Report on Biodiversity and Ecosystem Services, which was published in 2018. Specifically the part, because it gives you a very good context of what are the drivers of biodiversity loss in Africa, both of the direct and indirect drivers, but also giving us policy options. I use it as a tool for education. The foundation does a lot of training for young professionals, those interested in policy, but also driving work on the ground. So we are using it a lot as a training tool, but also as an organization that implements projects on the ground. It informs a lot of our program design to ensure that whatever we design is really responding to the priority and pressing issues for Africa. I am part of ONET for 2 years now, and I found it as a really great platform to meet professionals that are doing related work, and we are able to share best practices and how we can improve our work back home. But I would say also in plenaries as well, it acts as a great opportunity to have a sounding board, if I can say that, and a sense of community that you can work with for joint advocacy. Stakeholders have a lot of experts themselves, right? So I do think there is a big role for stakeholders to contribute, especially in the assessments, if not as authors, even as reviewers. But I also think stakeholders must be intentional, not only to engage when there's an IPBES plenary, but to engage in the national level platform, because that is where the rubber hits the road.